We are live from the Contractors Edge booth, sponsored by our friends at Foundation Rescue Supply. So we're sitting here with Mike Wegman, get to understand a little bit more about what FRS does for the industry, how they support the contractors, and go well beyond the products. So, Mike, you're teed up. I'm excited to hear what you've got to share today.
Absolutely. So we've been working with you all for quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we're constantly looking for new ways to service our customers. Lots of people sell products. Most of our competitors sell the same products that we do. So it's really about the value add to our customers. And so we work very hard to think about all of the things that's on their bucket list to get done and then figure out how to get it done with them. We provide full menu of installation trainings, installation instructions to help onboard their people, sales presentations. And then just recently, our customers have demanded some business training, understanding how money's moving through their business. And, we just recently completed a one-day financial workshop that you guys were at.
That was, and I'm going to tell you, that was fantastic. The feedback that we got after that, they were like, hey, this was very different.
Yeah.
And it was areas in our business that we weren't even thinking about or didn't know how to think about it and apply it. So thanks for the invite there. It was a pleasure to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's one of the things with like suppliers that I think you guys do so great at, like elevating, is there's so many different things that the contractor has to manage in order to run a good project and, downstream run a good business, like pricing, training on the installation side, training on the sales side, right? And until meeting with you guys, I hadn't seen a supplier that cared so much about ushering through the right process for each piece that, holistically makes that business.
Yeah, I mean, guys spend a bunch of money on marketing, chase their salespeople around, they chase their crews around, and then that's just the beginning, right? Yeah. I mean, and so we're big on working with customers so that they understand, what their break-even point is. How do you build from your break-even point? We look at things in a way that helps them understand that how they have their business structured, what they're choosing to spend on what, really has the biggest determination on how much money they make at the end of the day. And I feel like most of these guys don't get up every day trying to lose money or just barely make enough. But we constantly hear our business is growing, but we're still making the same amount of money, or I'm working harder and I'm not making as much money. And so what we do is try and listen and understand with them, like, where are those pain points? And typically there's a department or multiple departments that are underperforming in their business. And as you guys were there, we started talking about some key performance indicators that help them stay on track. And then, we tell all new customers, we'll be as involved as you want us to be. We have some customers that it's a transactional relationship, and that's fine. But then we have other customers, and probably our most successful customers are embracing the whole menu and bringing us in. I've got a meeting next week with a company. We're going to work on the next 3-year plan.
Oh, that's exciting.
Which is super exciting. And that's the fun part for me.
Yeah, and that's so smart. And I mean, you have been in the industry for a very long time. I mean, even, prior to my time with the agency, we worked together on some projects. And, you knowing the industry, working with these contractors, obviously Scott, love that guy. He's super involved. We've worked with him on the contractor side as well as, on the distribution side. And I think that what sets you guys apart, it's the knowledge, it's the relationship. You've walked in these shoes and you have an understanding of what these contractors need to do, probably better than them. Sure. And not only do you know how the business operates and should run, but you know your products. And so you can help her through this entire process. Sure. So many of our clients are like, hey, yeah, they came out and they showed us how to do this. I mean, for me, that's very exciting. It's a differentiator. I love your regional events that you guys have had us out to. Really appreciative of our partnership.
Yeah, I mean, the training events are the big part, right? We do sales training. We kicked off one in March up in Lansing, Michigan. I think we had 18 people attend, 9 different companies. It's not magic. It's not, I mean, you have to be willing to close, but you also need to be empathetic with your customer. You need to be willing to take the time. You need to be completing a very thorough inspection. And, ultimately, the poor homeowner doesn't really know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
They're already on edge because they don't know what it's going to cost. They don't know how bad it is. And then they bring 3, 4, 5 contractors out and they get 3 or 4 or 5 different opinions. And so our biggest thing is that trying to teach those salespeople to really take the time so that the the customer understands what you're proposing, why you're proposing it, and justify the price.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we have a sales theory that why does the industry on average close 30, 31, 32%? The customers are confused, and sometimes they make bad decisions. Or there's another side where, they could be oversold stuff that they really don't need. And that's just because they're just so anxious about it that they're just willing to spend enough money to make the problem go away.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but it's a very small percentage of those people. But we ask our contractors, like, how do you lose to those guys if they're 20% higher than you, if they're 25% higher than you? And the answer is you didn't do a good enough job justifying your proposal.
So building
So true. It's so true. Yeah, I mean, it's the explanation. And, I love the fact that you and Scott have developed this recipe for success. And as long as the contractors are willing to follow this in the home, they can make that connection. Right. They can be more thorough in the explanation, because it's not just like product. The homeowner doesn't necessarily care as much about the product. It's the process. What's my problem? What's my solution? How do I form that connection? And you guys are literally teaching the contractors exactly how to do that with the homeowner. Sure. Yeah, I just love it. And, I want to think even beyond the products a little bit more too. And there's a lot of different things that you guys do. And I'll let you kind of share, what that is. But for me, I see the way that you're supporting the contractors, and it's not just selling homes.
Right.
It's way beyond
that. Yeah, it's relationships. At the end of the day, we take on new customers and we have to understand what they're looking for. We listen a lot. I mean, I like to talk, but but usually when we get to know somebody, it's like, tell us what's going on. How can we help you? Mm-hmm. People are stopping by the booth this week and asking about, very rarely do people come up and say, what do you think about that new water monitor that April Ayers got out?
Right.
Really, it's about, hey, we've been trying to do this and we're struggling. And it's like, okay, well, we don't have all the answers, but tell us what the problem is. Tell us what you're trying to do. And then if we don't have the answer, we know lots of people in the industry.
Sure.
Marketing's a common pain point for most businesses. That we're not getting enough leads, or we're paying too much for our leads. Obviously, we refer you guys on a regular basis, and it works out well because you have to have we can't be all things to everybody. Sure. We have to have a network of experts that we rely on to help make us look good.
Yep.
Our product vendors, I mean, they support the daylights out of us, and they, but it's
yes,
we do it in a way that it's always going to benefit the contractor. And then we try and have a little fun too. So
absolutely.
This can't all be, it's not all bad news all the time. And so we try and make sure that the contractors have a really good experience. And then the other thing is that when they place an order with us, that they should be comfortable that it's going to happen. And I tell everybody, if you get the order in before 10 o'clock, you'll have a tracking number by 5th. And if you don't, you call me. Yep. And that's very important that the contractors, they can get push piers, they can get helicals, they get dehumidifiers, they get crawl space liners, they can look at their jobs for a week, 2 weeks. Even we have some guys that do it a month in advance.
Right.
We have one contractor that breaks up 17 different orders today. Wow. And then we package it all and we ship it, and he's got his next 17 jobs going on one truck, everything on one place. And that's a value, right? Because then we meet some of these guys and they're juggling 5, 6, 10 vendors, and not every vendor has everything what they need. And then they're constantly scrambling. And once they understand that there's a cost associated with that, and that we can help take that burden off their warehouse person or their production manager, then the production manager can be out doing what he's supposed to be doing. Exactly. And in my opinion, it's manage your risk on a daily basis.
Yes.
Like, what is the most complex job that my crews are working on? Where can somebody get hurt? Where could we disappoint a customer? That's where they need to be.
Agreed.
And so if they know that they place their order and they know it's going to show up in a day or two, then they can go out and do their job.
Lovely. It's kind of clearing those barriers for growth too. Like, that's one thing that you find a lot of the time is, like, on the training side, like hiring new people and bringing them in, allowing them to learn the systems well enough that they can grow your capacity for the business. And then also on the inventory side, right? Like, making sure, like, if you get things from one place and you're not having to juggle all these different production orders coming from different vendors, from having to order product every other day or every project, it slows things down. I think it's one of those sunken costs that contractors forget about a lot of the time is that you're losing money on administration.
Yeah, we took last November at our annual event. We changed up our format some, and we brought in some business consultants. So we're not up preaching all the time.
Sure.
And it was a huge hit. And then like that night, after the first night, they're like, yeah, more of this. Mm-hmm. And so then that's kind of transformed. As I said, our event in Nashville that we did in April is really about everything other than, which sump pump should I use? I mean, what's the best check valve? I mean, at the end of the day, you have to buy the products that you can stand behind with your warranty. But what we're finding is most of our clients are searching for those answers or searching with somebody that they can each collaborate with. Mm-hmm. And that's my favorite part of the job is I had dinner with a very good customer of ours last night, and this year they're going to go over 10 million. And I couldn't be happier for them.
I love this.
And then, but it's the same relationship is just like we talk about, on the financial management side. I mean, understand your fixed costs, budget them, leave them alone. So then everybody in your organization can concentrate on margin, concentrate on your pricing, concentrate on production. Because, I mean, we have a saying, if your gross margin's right, mm-hmm. you're going to be making the money that you want. But if you don't take that time, then you just get, at the end of the day, what's left.
Yeah.
Correct.
And some people look at us like crazy when we sit down and we're like, okay, well, how much money do you guys want to make?
Right, yeah. Exactly.
And they're like, what? And I'm like, so if you're going to take this much risk in a contracting business, what should you make?
Right.
And they're like, well, this is what we make now. And it's like,
probably not enough.
And so it's like, okay, I don't judge you. I mean, you could say you want to be a 30% net profit. It's not very realistic.
Right.
But if at the end of the day, if you're struggling to make less than 10%, there's some things going on in your business that have to be buttoned up.
Right.
And so we just learn and try and explore with those customers, what those pain points are and how can we help them with some process that will hopefully improve it.
No, I really like that. The how much do you want to make? Like we kind of do that at the agency with it sounds like kind of dehumanizing the business a little bit to say it's May, right? Like if you want to make a certain number of revenue, you need to do a certain number of jobs. If you want to make a certain amount of net profit, you need to have a certain profit margin from those jobs. In order to reach that profit margin, you need your prices on your materials and your labor to come in at a certain target. So like when you reduce everything down, you're really just running calculus.
Yeah, it's always numbers.
It's always numbers, and how you play with those numbers is how you get to that goal at the end of the day. Now you have to be able to achieve those targets, and that's where the training and the support comes in.
Yeah. I mean, business is like sports, but the only problem in business is you don't ever get to practice.
Yeah.
And we have a motto, we don't need practice, right? I mean, our warehouse team is very, very aware that I'm not saying we don't make a mistake, but it's like, hey boys, we don't need practice, right? We're professionals. We do this every day. And the same for these guys that are going out, whether it's foundation repair, waterproofing, encapsulation, I mean, they don't need practice. What they need to do is put their business in a position that they're ready to go and execute and execute to their standards and make sure that customer is getting the best experience. And then when they walk away, they've completed a quality project that they don't have to come back to.
Right.
That the homeowner's happier that you don't have to come back.
Yeah.
The contractor's happier that he doesn't have to come back.
Oh, yeah.
And then as a supplier, you're on to the next job and we can sell you some more stuff, right?
Absolutely. Everyone wins.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and that's the great thing. It's clear that your motivation in helping the contractors, it's this full circle, right? So you guys have these products that they need, but the contractors don't always know what to do and how to have success. And you guys are teaching them. And it's so interesting that as a supplier, your focus is, okay, how do we make the contractor better for a better experience to the homeowner, improve their success? They order more products from us. Our relationship is strengthened and everyone wins. And, we always say, my mentor said, rising tide, lifts all ships. And it's so true. And we look at that, any relationship.
Correct.
And so you're putting time into them and they're coming back and they're appreciating you as a result.
Yeah.
So, and your guys' reputation is fantastic. Obviously, we've got a number of clients that, purchase product and get training from each other. And that's very exciting for me. Well, at the Contractor's Edge, we always say, what's your tip, right? And the tip is the edge. So what edge do you have for the Contractor's Watch?
Once again, it's about everything but the products with us. I mean, we're here to help customers grow their business. We're here to maximize every dollar that you spend, not only on materials, but throughout your business, and just being a good partner. I mean, and it's not more complicated than that. I mean, we plan, we spend a lot of time looking internally at how can we be better. Just like we have our upcoming event in October, how is that going to be better than last year? How are we going to take it to the next level? And that's our value promise to our customers.
It's fantastic. Mike, truly appreciate you taking the time to be with us. How's the audience get in touch with you?
Yeah, absolutely. The easiest way is online at foundationrescuesupply.com. You can always reach out to sales at foundationrescuesupply.com. Our team's ready to help, and you know, I'm not hard to find. So if you need something and somebody's not giving you an answer, or you just have questions about how to get in touch with us further, feel free to reach out.
Yeah. And then before I let you go, we're here at NFRA, but I know you guys host events too.
Yeah.
You have one coming up in the fall.
Yep.
I think you were saying that it was going to be in October.
It's going to be in October. We'll be releasing the date pretty soon. We're 99% sure it's going to be Charlotte, which we've done in the past.
Fantastic.
Love it.
It's an easy place to get in and out of for most folks. We had great attendance. I think we had 50 some contractors show up last year. Our goal is 75 this year. So we try and add 50% every year, and it's always great. Just like this event, see lots of customers, even see competitors. I mean, it's good to get together and network as an industry, and you know, we just enjoy being present.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you know, for the audience, just understand, like, we're here because of these guys.
Yeah.
So we're able to talk to all of these vendors, you know, all the exhibitors, and share this message to people that can't necessarily be here or don't have a chance to come by and talk to you guys. So, Mike, thank you for your support. We truly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Contractors Edge, we appreciate it. Greenbaum Stiers. So thank you for all you do for us.
No, thanks to you guys.